guys, welcome to Production with Julie on Julie TV. It's your girl Julie. How are you all doing? Happy New Year to everybody. Happy New Year to all my subscribers. Happy New Year to my new subscribers. Here we are again. It is another new year, a new year. So I'm gonna say a blessed new year to all of us. Well, the year has started already, and this is gonna be my first video for the year 2021. Well, as usual, the year has started with drama as usual. Well, there's this issue that has been going on in the media. It has been there for a while, but I think it's gradually growing bigger and bigger. Now it is the issue of DNA. A lot of people are clamoring that women should provide the DNA of their children. I don't know if to say that is right or wrong, but however, I've been one of those who have been kicking against, women brutality. I've been kicking against domestic violence. I've been kicking against, wife battering. But now, the men are calling out. Yeah, a lot of men are complaining, that they're being marginalized, they're being maltreated, that it's not, the authority is not fair to them. So today I want to discuss a little bit on the issue of DNA. Well, this started as a result of the guy that lost his life, Mr. Tunde, that lost his life last year as a result of the wife doubts that he is not the biological father to two of his children. Actually, the wife's boss, who is a bank, managing director, fathered two of his children. It's a very pathetic story. It's a sad one because, hey, the guy in question is no more. For the sake of YouTube, I will continue to use the word delete so that the YouTube will not, flag this channel. Well, so the guy we are talking about is no more. It's a pity he's no more. Now the question is, how far can a woman go, to the extent of bringing home children that are not meant for the husband? This video, I'm going to say it's totally wrong. In all ratification, it is totally wrong. It is wrong for a woman, a married woman, to have an affair. It is wrong for a married woman to bring home children that are not meant for her husband. It is wrong for you to impose a child on a man who is not their biological father. It is wicked for you to make a man train children that are not his for so many years, only for you to, decide one day to tell the man, hey, you are not the biological father to these children. So for me, it's my view. I would say it is totally wrong. It is unacceptable. It is biblically wrong. It is morally wrong. It is, in fact, spiritually wrong in all. I don't know what can be used to justify that action. It is wrong. It is wrong. It is wrong. So let's say what is wrong is wrong. At this point, it is wrong. Now, let me, talk a little bit on get married syndrome. Get married syndrome. You are getting old. You're getting old. Your time is running out. Get married. Get married. Because I believe that women who are married and they still sleep out, these are women who were not even ready to get married in the first place, and they got married to the wrong person because they were pressured to get married. So for me, If you're not ready to marry or ready to settle down, there is no need for you to go into marriage, rushing into marriage, and you want to remain there and cheat. Marriage is meant for people who are ready to face the challenges of marriage. Marriage is meant for people who can endure. Marriage is meant for people who are ready to build. Marriage is meant for two people who are ready to understand each other, because like I always say in my previous videos, you are two different people just getting to know each other. So it will take you years upon years for you to fully understand each other. You cannot say because of your age or because of the pressure, societal pressure for you to get married, then you get married and you're in a relationship that you are not happy, and you still act like you were never married in the first place. Because I don't see any reason why any woman who is happily married will want to look at other, look at men outside her marriage. And yes, I have come to realize now that, men, boys, they no longer have respect for married women because of issues like this. Sometimes I see, young boys, men, even older men, asking married women out, asking to sleep with married women. Then for me, at first, is a no-no. For me, it's an insult. And growing up, I know that once you say you are married, there's a respect that, that follows it up. But right now, because of the actions of, so many women, marriage is looked upon, with lesser, respect. Marriage, the institution of marriage has lost its glory because of the actions of the people who are meant to be together and love each other and respect their bodies. Now, the question of should women allow DNA to be conducted on their children? Well, it depends on the people involved, the husband and the wife. For me, if the question of DNA comes in, it simply means there's a suspicion in the marriage. It simply means that the marriage has lost its trust. So if it gets to that point, yes, of course, if it gets to the point where, the husband is demanding for a DNA, it simply means that he has lost the trust he has for his wife. So he would definitely demand for a DNA. And for the woman, if it gets to that point, why not? If you don't have skeleton in your cupboard, why not? Allow the DNA to be conducted. But a lot of people say if DNA of children have been conducted, especially in Africa, there's going to be a lot of broken marriages. Yes, it could. That scenario could be very true too. Or hey, fathers should be, they should be made to know if they are truly the father of their children. Why not? Because with the way things are going on now, you can see that there's a lot of mistrust. There's a lot, marriage is being attacked. Marriage is under attack. So the issue of DNA, for me, on my own opinion, if the trust is no longer there, then if the issue of DNA arises, yes, it should be allowed to be conducted. Then if the woman does not want the DNA conducted, then if she has skeleton in her cupboard, then let her spill the beans and let peace reign. I do not support that a man should raise children that are not his. Look at the case of this young man who has lived with these two lovely children, with the hope that they are his. And the woman in question knew all the while that those kids were not. Her actions is totally unacceptable. First, it was wrong for her to even have an affair with her boss. Then secondly, she went as far as bringing home children that are not meant for her husband. Thirdly, making the man train children that were not his is unacceptable. It is wicked. It is witchcraft. Name it. It is totally wicked. And that brings to me, a lot of men keep, I've had a conversation with a guy, and he said that men do go through depression, because I really didn't think men undergo depression apart from money issues. But when it comes to relationship and issues, I really don't think it affects the men until I heard the story of this young man. One day I'm gonna bring up his story. It's a very pathetic one. So I really didn't think men go through depression until I heard from this young man. And looking at this this guy that suddenly phased out of the surface of the earth as a result of the DNA of the children, is another thing to tell you that truly men go through depression just as women. They have the same feeling just as we do. You can imagine the shock, you can imagine the humiliation, you can imagine has to absorb in the cost of marriage. Well, this is Jolie on Jolie TV. Let me hear your thoughts. Put your comment down there below. What do you think? Do you think that women should allow DNA to be conducted on their children to prove the paternity of those children or not? Leave your comment down there below. Let's hear your view. But for me, I think yes, it should be allowed, with the way things are going on now, with the level of mistrust, with paternity issues. Yes, it should be allowed to, because with what happened to this young man is unacceptable. It is wickedness to the highest order. It is witchcraft to the highest order. Well, it's your girl Jolie on Jolie TV. It's a very pathetic story today, but well, the world we live in,